Number 37, so I will read this. By calling it specific awareness of itself, you are asserting it to be an entity is this. You are asserting it also to be powerless. Number 38, having ascertained oneself and to help others ascertain the learned process excellently, always without power. Number 39, the cognizer perceive the cognizable. Without the cognizable, there is no cognition. Therefore, why do you not admit that neither object nor subject exist at all? Number 40, the mind is but mere name. Apart from its name, it exists as nothing. So view consciousness as a mere name. Name too has no intrinsic nature. Number 41, either within or likewise, without or somewhere in between the two, the concourse has never found the mind, so the mind has the nature of an illusion. Number 42, the distinction of the colors and shapes, or that of object and subject, of male, female, and the neuter, the mind has no such fixed forms. Number 43, in brief, the Buddha has never seen, not will they ever see such a mind. So how can they see it? An intrinsic nature, that which is due to intrinsic nature. 44, entity is an conceptualization. Absence of conceptualization is emptiness. Where conceptualization occurs, how does there be emptiness? Madhyamika Pasanga Waypoint. Finally, school, we finish this. Now we have to finish this 51 mental factors. So, 5 omnipresent mental factor finish, 5 determinant mental factor finish, and then 11 virtuous mental factors, and 6 root delusion. Now we come to here 20 secondary affliction mental factors and 4 changeable mental factors, altogether 51 mental factors. So this is very important because man mind and mental factor work together all the times. Man mind, your principal mind, mental factor always working together, a company. So if you understand this different level, so 20 secondary mental factor is, number 1 is anger, number 2 is belligerence, number 3 is concealment, number 4 is outrage, and then 5th is jealousy, then 6th is miserliness, then 7 is deceit, 8 is dishonest, 9 is haughtiness, 10 is harming intention, 11 is embarrassment. 12 is non-concentration, consideration. 12. 13 is lack of faith. 14 is laziness. 15 is non-conscientiousness. 16 is forgetfulness. 17 is non-introspection. 18 is agitation. 18 is dullness, 19 is agitation. 20 is mental wandering. 20 secondary mental factors. You got everything? First is anger. Anger is mental factor, not mind. Not mind, coming from the mind. Second is belligerence. So belligerence is revenge, you keeping in your mind, and then you never let them go out. So this will cause. And then concealment. Then outrage, this talk of jealousy. This. These are the 20 afflicting mental factors. So it's happening all the time. Better to recognize. And then 4 changeable mental factors. Number 1 is sleep. Number 2 is regret. Number 3 is growth investigation. Number 4 is subtle investigation. 4 changeable mental factors. Because sleep can change, right? To virtues to non-virtues, non-virtues to virtues, and neutral, it will changeable mental factors. Regret, also changeable mental factors. Because regret can be, like if we practice for power, right? Power for our purification. We have to complete 4 powers, right? Power of the object, power of the application, power of regret, and power of promise. If we complete this 4 power, we'll purify the karma. But if we have complete all this power of the object, power of application, or the power of regret, promise, you will purify any negative karmas. If your 4 power is something not complete, but you practice 4 power, but it will not purify the karma, but it will cut the levels of the karmic. It will make weaker, and it will cut the levels of the negative karma. But if you practice 4 powers, but very weak, and but it's still you're practicing weak, then it will at least not stop multiplying your negative karmas. So the 4 power complete, purify in medium, cut the level of the negative. In weak, then it will stop multiplying your negative karma, not increasing. General increase of karma, remember general increase of karma. So karma will, whether negative, positive, will increase. Just like you plant the seed and it will grow tree give many branches, just only one seed. If you plant the medicine seed, it will grow medicine tree, give you many branches. It's become very huge tree. Karmic seed is something like that. Negative seed, positive seed, it will increase. So therefore, regret can be changed to the positive to the negative. If you have not a strong enough mind, right? If you are doing good things, right? Doing, practicing or giving generosity, and somebody says, "Oh, you shouldn't do this. Why are you doing this? What's the point of doing like this?" And then you stop doing this, and that is negative regret. You are doing wonderful things, and then somebody telling you, "Oh, why you are doing this? You shouldn't. What's the point of that?" Then you later, "Oh, I shouldn't give generosity." Then it turns into the positive, into the negative. So that's the regret, changeable mental factors. And then growth investigation. Growth investigation is you analyze the object, not deeply. For example, like if you're analyzing this cup, right? Just see the cup shape, inside this. Not much details going. Oh, this is cup. Oh, looks green, nice. That's all. Nothing analyzing deeply. But subtle investigation, then it's more than that. Not only cup. Now you are going more details. What is the cause of this cup? Where does this come from? Who made this cup? What is the materials of this cup? What is the nature of this cup? Which country? All this deeply analyzing. Then that is subtle investigation. So growth investigation, rough, not much going detail. Cup, not. So that's in 4 changeable mental factors. So that is the 51 mental factors. We going here. Now here, so 41, right? Either within or likewise, without somewhere in between the two, the conqueror never found the mind. So that illusion mind, right? Illusion mind. So the mind has the nature of illusion, that never found, right? Mind has no nature of illusion. Its nature is clear from beginning to the end. Mind nature, right? So what we talk about, you can say Buddha nature. One point is the Buddha nature. So Buddha nature, different school. Hinayana school, Mahayana school, right? We already discussed. So the mind-only school, Buddha nature means unconditioned mind, which is mind base of all continuity. So the Buddha nature, according to mind-only school, means mind itself, not the emptiness of the mind. According to mind-only school, Buddha nature means unconditioned, unpolluted mind, which is continuity, which is the base of everything, Buddha nature. So that nature is mind itself, but not talking about the mind-only school emptiness, like 3 nature. Other power nature, thoroughly established nature, conceptually imputed nature. Remember, 2 other power nature and thoroughly established nature is emptiness of their viewpoint. Is truly existence. Imputed nature is not truly existence. This is the mind-only school unique quality. Don't be confused, right? Their view of emptiness, right? You know, understand emptiness of mind-only school? Mind only school emptiness is object, subject, absence of different entity. Object, subject, generally speaking, one entity. It appears to our mind, different entity. You see, when you see something, right, it always think object there, subject there. You feel object is external, subject is internal. So when we feel like that, then you split object and subject. And you see object and subject, different entity. One is material, one is not material. Right? Subject is not material. Object can be material both, like mind perceives mind, but external object. But mind only school, emptiness is object, subject, absence of different entity. Object, subject holding different entity is grasping, which cause everything. So that's mind only school, right? So anyway, so mind only school, Buddha nature means unconditioned mind. So it mind itself. The Mother Minga Pasangaka, when they talk about Buddha nature, right, they are talking about emptiness of the mind, not mind itself. Intrinsic nature of the mind. They are talking about emptiness of the mind, therefore it is not mind itself. Emptiness of the mind is non-product. Mind is product, right? Mind is product. Emptiness of mind is non-product. So you see the difference, right? Buddha nature, according to modern school and Mother Minga, different Buddha nature like this. Now we talk about the clear-light mind, then going higher. Now clear-light going, when we talk about clear-light mind, then it will go to the highest yoga tantra. Okay. Highest yoga tantra, like clear-light mind. So we talk about gross mind is our sensory mind. So sensory mind is the grossest mind. When the sensory mind sees, mental mind is still gross, but subtler than the gross mind. Right? Then highest yoga tantra, then they will talk about the 80 conceptual mind. 80 conceptual mind. 80 conceptual minds are subtler than our sensory mind and mental. They are subtler. Wind energy, strong wind energy, and mind will produce another thing. Medium wind and mind will produce conceptual mind. And the weaker wind and mind will produce conceptual mind. So they are talking about 80 conceptual mind. When the 80 conceptual mind sees, mind become more subtler. It became like, they talk about, this is clear like mind, you have to understand that they talk about the four empty. The empty, the extremely empty, the great empty, and all empty. So mind become more subtler, like clear like mind. To see clear like mind, all gross mind dissolve slowly. So mind, so empty. The empty means all 80 conceptual mind collapse. The mind, all the 25 gross objects cease. Empty of the 25 gross object, 5 aggregates, right? 21 gross object, forms, melters, all this, right? Cease, collapse, empty of the 25 gross object dissolved. And mind became subtler. Subtler means white appearance, red increasing, black near attainment, then clear light. So empty and empty, and this one extremely empty is empty of the white appearance. The great empty means empty of red increasing. All empty means empty of the white, red and black near attainment. And then clear light mind manifest. All this mind, And also when we experience empty means non-joy bliss emptiness. Highest yoga tantra. Non-joy bliss emptiness. Non-joy bliss so means four joys. Joy experience, right? Joy, great joy, I think great joy. Joy, great joy, exalted joy, and innate joy. 4 joys. 4 joy experience with 4 empty. Non-joy bliss emptiness. Highest yoga tantra, we're talking about clear light mind, right? Different from the sutra in tantra. Sutra, clear light mind, according to sutra, then mind only school, mind itself, right? Mother Mega school, clear light mind is emptiness of the mind. Mind nature is empty. Now, highest yoga tantra is most subtlest mind, clear light mind, manifest. Right? So they have the 4 empty and 4 joy. Joy. Is joy coming from your meditation, through meditation. So practicing wind channel and bliss, wind channel and drop, wind channel and drop. So like from forehead to the throat, 1 joy. Throat to the heart, 2nd joy. Heart to the navel, 3rd joy. Navel to the sexual organ, extremely joy, intrinsic joy. Joy coming from through your meditation, right? You are able to wind energy coming, remaining, dissolving into the central channel, heart, and that will open the side channel, and wind goes into the side channel, inside central channel, experience the bliss. That bliss realize emptiness. Is non-joy bliss emptiness. You know what I mean? This is the highest yoga tantra. So remember, we have you have to understand the channel in the yoga clear light mind, right? Highest yoga tantra, will of enjoyment here for her. Will of sorrow, will of what is the joy they didn't call it, right? Will of bliss here. Will of enjoyment at the throat. will of phenomena at the heart, will of emanation from the solar flex. So this joy coming from like this, great bliss, will of bliss means when we meditate, right? We open the channel, drop come from here to the throat, one bliss. That bliss realize emptiness is non-joy bliss emptiness. Then you open the throat channel, will of enjoyment. This is like we enjoy all the food, taste, everything from here. When we open that channel and go to the heart, then we have another joy with emptiness, non-joy bliss emptiness. Then we open the heart chakra and then experience the bliss with the emptiness. This is the what we call the exalted joy or bliss. Then open that and go to the sexual organ, experience the joy, that is innate joy, for empty, for joy. So when this experience, all this, then clear light mind manifest. That is according to the highest yoga tender, clear light mind. So understand, we have to distinguish Buddha nature and clear light mind. Buddha nature means Buddha potential. Everybody will become Buddha in the future because we have Buddha seed. Like, so mind-only school, Buddha nature means mind itself. Madhyamika Pasangika, Buddha nature means emptiness of the mind. Highest yoga tantra, then clear light mind. For empty, for joys. So that is like, we have to practice two stages, developing stage, completing stage. So developing stage will dispel the ordinary appearance and grasping. So like you transform, because your body is ordinary body, right? Our body is ordinary body. So when we meditate on our body, we will almost like destroy our body, and our body becomes like empty. Empty means empty of inherent existence. Within this empty, then you are meditating on deity, right? The deity, Chandrasik, or you, with this emptiness, you transform to that deity. Then there is no base of the ordinary appearance and grasping. Developing stage. Completing stage, then what? Emptiness is not enough. You have to experience the bliss, non-joy bliss with emptiness. Remember? This is very important in highest yoga tantra. Yoga tantra, appearance, na yu tongpa, means appearance empty. Ngeyul means object of appearance is absence of independent existence. True. Nyongyul, experience, non-joy bliss. These three, combination of these three, transform yourself to Dharmakaya body in the future. Appearance empty, object of appearance and absence of independent existence, and experience non-joy bliss. Combination of these three, you become Dharmakaya in the future. So that means, so you are transforming your death into the Dharmakaya. You sleep into the Sambhakaya, complete enjoyment body. and you wake up, then you transform that to Nirmanakaya, three bodies of the Buddha, transforming your dying, or sleep or dreaming, and you wake up. All these, you are practicing dissolution, 8 dissolution every day. His Holiness, he will die 8 times every day. So that means dissolution. Why we are alive? We do the dissolution. And when we are dying, we will remember, oh, now this is dissolving. External find this dissolving, internal find this. Finally, clear light, mother clear light there is natural. But your practice is sun clear light. Mother clear light, sun clear light combined together. Your daily practice of the dissolution is with the emptiness, with the 4 joys, with the sun clear light. And you will combine this when you are dying. And then, Great Lama meditation, Mini Lama, 10 days. They are remaining. While they are alive, they are practicing 8 dissolutions and realizing clear light mind. So Mother Clear Light is natural. Everybody who die have Mother Clear Light is natural. But we have to combine Mother Clear Light with the Sun Clear Light. This is your daily practice of the dissolution. So according to highest yoga tantra, you understand clear light? This is highest yoga tantra. And then Kagyu Mahamudra. So Mahamudra means same but different name. Means thought, perceptions are not nature in the mind. They are coming and going. Whenever thought, perception arises in the mind, you should embrace with the mindfulness. It turns into the emptiness. Mahamudra, Kagyu, means thought, emotion coming all the time. And all coming, going, we never stop, right? Conceptual mind. Whenever thought arises, if you are practicing, able to embrace with the mindfulness, its nature is emptiness. Perception, eye, ear, nose, tongue, nature is emptiness. So it's not ordinary, when ordinary, no mindfulness, all this agitation, wandering, distraction. When you are practicing Mahamudra, then you will try to, whenever thought coming, remaining, dissolving, it will embrace with the mindfulness and it becomes emptiness. Kagyu called Mahamudra. So different, Gelupa, clear light, we say clear light, or the nature of the mind. Kagyu, I said Mahamudra, similar, So Mahamudra means remain your mind in the natural. Here you see the here. For distinction of mind have no shape, color, right? Shape, color, or thought, or object. Mind does not fix a form, not fixing. Not fixing means when you fix the mind, it becomes dual mind. Oh, this fixed object, right? Then you attach to the object. It split. No fixation of the mind. So you will remain thought, emotion, all coming and going. Their nature is intrinsic emptiness. you are able to embrace with the mindfulness. That is the Kaikyu, right? And the Zopa Chambu then we call the great Ma Yoga, Ani Yoga, Ati Yoga, right? Nine very this is the unique quality of the Dzogchen, right? Great perfection. Dzogchen means nine yanas. 3 sutra yana, right? Sarvaka, Pittika, and Bodhisattva yana. And 3 external Tantrayana, action tantra, performance tantra, yoga tantra. 3 highest yoga yana, Ma yoga, Ani yoga, Ati yoga. So Ma yoga, Ani yoga, Adi yoga is developing stage, 2 stage should be combined there. So this is unique quality of Dzogchen. Great perfection means Dzogchen, then we have base, path and fruit. Same like all the other Sutriyana, base, path, fruit. Whenever we have base, our base is, we are living on the base. Ordinary people have base, path, fruit. Base, living here, going to shopping. Or ordinary people, they want 3 things happening all the time. Also, Mahayana path should have base, path, and fruit. So the Dzogchen has base, path, Dzogchen. Now Dzogchen, then they're not talking about Kalilat, but the great perfection. Ma yoga and Ati yoga. Great perfection means purity, intrinsic purity and spontaneous presence combined together. Intrinsic purity nature, and spontaneous presence combined together is the base of everything. On the basis of these 2 paths, intrinsic purity and spontaneous presence is like wisdom and method combined together. Is path. Base, intrinsic purity and spontaneous presence, then you practice path, 2, wisdom and method. Intrinsic purity is the wisdom, and the spontaneous presence will skillful method combined together, and then it will bring you to fruits, Dharmakaya and Rupakaya. Outer, inner purity will bring you your Dharmakaya in the future. External, spontaneous will bring you Rupakaya. Dzogchen, then we have what? Base, path, and fruit. Base is intrinsic purity, spontaneous presence. Path, intrinsic purity, approaching is intrinsic purity, approaching spontaneous presence, skillful wisdom method will bring you Dharmakaya and Rupakaya. That's the Dzogchen, not called clay light, but great perfection. So great perfection in Dzogchen, it is called the self-liberation too, self-awareness. But you should not confuse about self-awareness. Self-liberation, self-awareness means, doesn't means all these thought, emotion disappear, always there. Whenever you're meditating on the great perfections, right, Rigpa, you will not accept and reject thought and perceptions. Not accepting, not rejecting, just remain on the Rigpa is self-liberation. Whenever you accept something, then there's problem, right? You reject something, then problem. Then this will stir your mind. When you meditating on the on the great perfection, no accepting, no rejecting, that is self-liberation. Because if you accept something, what happens? If you reject something, then there's problem. Stir the mind, conceptual mind. But self-liberation, Rigpa awareness, not talking about, the clear-like mind, but meaning same, You understand what I'm saying? It nature, base Rigpa, right? Base Rigpa. Base Rigpa is three qualities: emptiness, essence, and energy. Emptiness. So when we are, according to Dzogchen and Rigpa, whenever thought arises, we could ta kum chu sum. Tawa means view, kum means meditation, chu means action. Ta gum chu sum. Tawa meditation, tawa means view, gum means meditation, chu means action. These three. So what happens is, whenever thought, emotion arise, right, in the Rigpa, if you are practicing their manifestation of the Rigpa, Rigpa manifesting these thought emotions. So they are manifestation of the Rigpa, right? And whenever thought arises, first thought, second thought, third thought arises, if you pay attention, right? You're not paying attention, you don't know how much thought arising from this morning till now. But if you really pay attention, you want to really recognize the thought. Then first thought arises. Then you realize after this, second, then after this, third, and then it will finally become empty. It is not back to it will finally, first thought, second thought, third thought, then it will become empty. Nature is empty. That's one quality of the Dzogchen, great perfection. Essence. Thought nature is empty, right? Essence is clarity, clear. Clarity, luminous, right? If there's no clarity, then like you may have a house, very black, nothing there. House, there are so many things in the house, but the house is dark. But Rigpa there, but you're not seeing like this. When you switch off like light, you see all very clear like this. Very clear. That's clarity. Clarity means something you will see very clearly. That is the luminosity of the mind. Then energy, right? No energy, mind will not function. You know what I mean? Mind and energy like horse and horse rider. If there is no energy, mind will not function. It should go together. Mind and energy go together. You know what I mean? So energy is continuation till enlightened, till your dharmakaya. Dharmakaya. Right. So that's why Buddha nature of the mind, clear like mind, great perfection, or different, but same goal, You know what I mean? Same, great perfection, but they will talk about great perfection, Ma Yoga, Ani Yoga, Ati Yoga. Not talk about clear light. Now the Madhyamika Patanga, clear light, Maunani school, nature of the mind. And highest yoga tantra of the Goyam Samaja, then Chakra Samvara, or clear light mind. 4 joys, 4 empty. Non-joy, bliss, emptiness. So we have wind energy, like wind, right? Wind, five major wind. Life-bearing wind, right? This wind will sustain our life. Downward, voiding wind. Fire, developing wind, energy, fire. Upward, moving wind, throat. Pervasive wind, remain on all the joints. We are moving with, we are sustained with these five major wind. Life-bearing wind, downward, voiding wind. So this wind will, cause our urination, cleaning, all these things. And then fire developing wind will increase our inner fire, heat. Downward moving wind then goes to speech. We do eating, burping, all splitting, all this. And pervasive wind remain on the joint, so we are moving. So we are sustained with this 5 great wind, and 5 secondary wind goes with the 5 senses of eye, ear, nose, tongue, right? 5 major wind and 5 secondary wind. And 4 joys with will of great bliss, will of enjoyment, will of phenomena, and will of emanation, will of the sustaining the bliss, will between, how can I say, like high sexual organ. So these 72,000 channels will all these go together. Then you can understand the bliss and emptiness. 4 joy, 4 bliss. Remember Guru Puja, we do Guru Puja every day, right? Non-joy, bliss, emptiness. That's what we are talking about. This highest yoga tantra. So, so when we talk about mind, very complicated, confused. Ordinary mind. What is ordinary mind? Our daily mind, right? Ordinary mind means diluted mind. Buddha said, do not rely on the ordinary mind, but relying on the exalted wisdom mind. Ordinary mind is, we can't trust the ordinary mind. When you are meditating, our ordinary mind is not meditating. Ordinary mind can meditate on affective emotions, delusions. If you are very familiar about it, they like familiar something, they just natural comes. You meditate on the delusion. But that's the not point. Buddha said there are 4 persons we should remember. Person going from darkness to the dark. Second person going from light to the darkness. Third person moving light to light. Fourth person moving from light to darkness. So we have choice. Moving darkness to dark, or moving light to light, or moving darkness to the light, or moving light to the darkness. But if we are practicing, then we shouldn't be moving light to the darkness. We should be moving light to light. Darkness to darkness is who have no dharma. People who have no dharma, then fully ignorance. There's no, what can I say, no wisdom. Darkness, no, all very thick. Thick deluded mind, what I mean. So that means mind nature, we should distinguish. Different schools speak different mind, Different schools have different emptiness. Right? Madhyamika Pasanga, emptiness. Sautantika, emptiness. Mind only, emptiness. Sutra, emptiness. Vipashika, emptiness. So all different. So we should but all these are Buddha's teaching in the sutra. All a method to one individual. Everybody have different mental attitude. Some are very sharp, some are not that sharp. So Buddha is skill, different is school. But no contradiction, right? Buddha said, do not rely on the teacher, but rely on the teaching. Do not rely on the word, but rely on the meaning. Do not rely on the indefinite meaning, but rely on the definitive meaning. Do not rely on the ordinary or gross consciousness, but rely on exalted wisdom consciousness. This Buddha himself taught four reliances. Okay, thank you very much.